This is the Throttle Out Show, presented by Vixen Industries, the only show where monster truck drivers and mechanics come together to present what's happening in the monster truck community. It's the ultimate combination of torque, horsepower, and trash talk. And now for your hosts. First, straight out of the heart of Detroit Rock City, it's Kid Rock's neighbor and former driver of the BKT ride truck. It's Austin Spence. And the duo deep in the heart of Texas, it's the show owner and daughter of a man who conquered the industry for over 20 years. It's Harley Johnson, along with everyone's favorite Bryce Kenny lookalike, Austin Tweedy. So go ahead, fuel up, strap in, and remember, when in doubt, throttle out.
Good evening, beautiful people. It has been an absolutely gorgeous day, wonderful day for us, and I can't wait to talk about it with y'all. It's been an awesome day here. Harley, you know I've been high on life today.
I know. You want to tell them what you got the other day? Or it was yesterday, right, when you picked it up? Yeah. Should we tell the people what you got?
Well, I'll tell the boys when they get on here in a minute.
Okay.
I want them to go over everything with me. But it was a crazy weekend in monster trucks. We don't have a whole lot of highlight reels to go over, but what we do have to go over is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, but I think for more, we should go ahead and get our boy from Detroit Rock City up on the scene, Austin Spence. What's going up, baby?
What's going on, guys? I'm super happy that it's Sunday here, and as you guys could probably notice, I don't have crappy camera quality anymore, thanks to you guys for sending me this brand new Elgato camera, so I actually look crystal clear. It doesn't look fuzzy. Also, shout out to my boy Bev and Bee Monsters for knocking out Gravedigger in round 1 and Storm Damage and Bee Monsters. So, yeah, super excited for tonight's show. So, I did want to give a little bit of a warning. I've been fighting some, this cough for, about a week now. So, I do apologize if I start coughing uncontrollably. But I'm going to do my best, I promised.
And then for more on the scene, it's Cooper, not K. Knuckles. What's going on, baby?
What's up? It's your favorite hungover boy.
Oh, no.
We'll talk about that more in a little bit.
Episodes.
We'll get more into being hungover here in a little bit. We got a good story, right, Coop?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but it's going to get good. So, yeah, let's talk about why I'm in such a damn good mood. First of all, it was a great weekend, right? My daughter was over. We just played the whole time. But yesterday we went out, started a new little project, got me a new work truck, 2001 Ford F-250, 7.3-liter Power Stroke. And, yes, I am beyond excited. Got a little brush guard on it, extended cab, silver, little work box in the back. Spence, you know, this is going to be a good work truck.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can't really kill a 7.3, but don't be expecting to be drag racing some kids in Honda Civics because, well, you're going to need about a 10-minute head start. But regardless, I'm happy that you finally got a truck instead of that Toyota Camry.
Man, I'm not going to lie, though, dude. This thing has got some get up and go. I don't know what kind of tuner the guy that had it before me put on it. The sucker wants to run, man. It wants to run with the best of them.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, it's the Power Stroke. I mean, what more could you want? But, speaking of which, Cooper, I forget. Do you have a Mini Cooper? Like, what do you drive? I forget.
Oh, well, you see, the Mini Cooper was sold. I
didn't know this.
There was problem. Breaking news. The Mini was actually sabotaged, and I sold it. There's some issues. You know, the motor was shaking the whole car. It's not that big of a car. And, hey, I didn't need that. And the key fab wasn't working at all for the push to start. So that's out, and a new Jeep is in. It's not new. It's 2008. It also falls apart. But, hey, who's even really there to witness that?
I mean, you know what Jeep stands for, right? Just empty every pocket.
Hey, I got plenty of MJ money to empty.
We got Steve Lashinsky talking trash in the comments. God, that they circled the problem. Screw you, Steve. Come on, you know better
It's
than that.
an oval.
Don't hurt my feelings live on the air, brother. Come on.
So I just noticed you guys aren't wearing headphones tonight. What's the deal with that?
No, just the way
Not
our
anymore.
audio setup's
Yeah.
working now. We don't need to wear headphones. It's weird. We got us a different background. The bricklayers came this past week and installed us a nice brick background, so we're rolling with it now. But, yeah, no headphones for us, and I'm actually drinking a cold beer. I'm trying to actually calm down. Like I said, I had a great week, and I'm freaking high on life. But, Harley, let's get down with some weekend recap. Let's talk about what happened. Like I said, we got 3 shows to recap. All pretty.
What would you like to start
all
off
pretty
with?
interesting shows. I want to start with the one that didn't happen in America, and this was actually not on Spence's list of shows on this past Wheels Up Wednesday. Somebody on the Monster Trucks Then and Now page posted this show. I believe this gentleman's name is Brian Varmecki, I think, if I'm pronouncing that right. There's a show in Bogota, Colombia, and I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I thought it was very interesting. I want y'all to see what you think about the show. Y'all give me your 2 cents down in the comment section. And boys, Coop, Spence, y'all let me know what you think about this. This truck is the former Jailbreak truck, I believe, which is now called La Dragona, I think. Dragona, maybe? I don't know. And this truck you're about to see is called Godzilla. Godzilla!
Godzilla. Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I love all the pyro. Even though it's just like
pyro.
2 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though it's just 2 car stacks, I feel like Monster Jam Arenas would be better if they added some pyro. This is kind of cool. I dig this. I like this. Yeah, true. You ain't lying. But I love that is like an old school leaf spring Jeep monster truck just going over some cars and people are enjoying it. That's so cool.
Yeah. From like if you actually go and listen to the sound from this video, people are having a damn blast at this show, man. You see the announcers up there on top of the FMX landing ramp. Just looks like a good time. Now, I was told that the driver of this truck, the gentleman's name is Steve Hurley, I think. And still don't know if that's confirmed, if he was actually there driving it or if it was somebody else. But these trucks apparently came from the States. They went overseas a little while ago. And now this truck has obviously been renamed. I may have even seen this truck in person, like back in the early 2000s. I can't remember if it's the one I'm thinking of or not. But it's nice to know it's back. It's still out, doing some work, and putting on a show for all those fans down there in Colombia. Cool arena, too.
Do you think they have good chiropractors down there in Colombia? Because whoever's driving the Jeep truck's definitely going to need to be seeing one after this show.
Dude, they probably have the best chiropractors down there in Colombia. Come on.
I'd like to think so.
But that just looked like a really interesting show. It almost looks like a hockey arena if you look at the way like they got like the glass or whatever surrounding the floor there. But just looked like a good time. And I'm glad that there are monster truck shows going on outside of America. We know we had some shows in Australia this past weekend. I was dying trying to find footage from that show because I love Australian monster truck shows, but I couldn't find any. But found this baby. So there's that. I like it. Todd LeDuc, what's up? He's watching tonight. Tom Mintz is always watching. Mike Hedman. Good buddy Mike Hedman. What's up, baby? Now let's talk about the show that happened out there in Marysville, California. The beautiful footage sent in by the lovely Lee Plato with his son Shane Plato driving the Skull Crusher monster truck. Cooper, this boy right here is the world's youngest monster truck driver. 13 years old, baby.
I was about to say, god dang.
Yeah, the youngest monster truck driver right now. And he is out there putting on a good show for the fans. Right now you see Identity Theft out here racing Spitfire, first round of racing. And it was kind of a sloppy mess out there in racing, not going to lie. You see California Kid out here on the mix as well. But these shows that have been happening in California that Lee's been a part of and Shane's been a part of have been a muddy mess. And all these shows have been like that.
It's been a few shows in a row where it's been a muddy mess.
I saw Lee was commenting earlier. They're going to have a hell of a time washing their trucks.
I hated washing trucks after a mud show.
So check this out. This is the final round of racing between the world's youngest monster truck driver and I believe Bill Payne himself. You see Skull Crusher's kind of taking his time around the track. Maybe something's going on with the truck. Not sure what's going on. Shane can run a little bit harder than this. You see the truck starting to smoke.
Turn the fans on.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I can only imagine what's going through Lee's head right now. He's the one filming right now. So watch closely. And, woof, up in flames. The truck goes. Lee runs out to the rescue. Turns out just some leaky oil going on with the truck. They got her fixed. Shane goes out, puts on a good freestyle for all the fans in Marysville, California. It looked like a great show. And, of course, as always, Spence, Bill Payne's going to go down and burn the track to the ground.
Jeez.
I got to be honest. If there's 2 independent drivers that drive at the same caliber as Tom Mintz and Cooper, you may or may not agree with this because you got to work with the man. It'd be Bill Payne and obviously Harper. I mean, those guys, I'd love to see all 3 of them in one event and actually have a fair judging system to see who would win. But, I mean, they're all just nutcases. I mean, they destroy their truck every show. I mean, that was absolutely amazing.
No,
it's the
I
greatest
definitely
work
agree.
on 'em.
What are you going to say, Cooper? Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, it's amazing to work on them, especially when they don't care about them. It's the greatest.
But I think, though, boys, this boy Shane Plato out there on the West Coast right now, I think he's going to be bad news for some drivers moving forward. Guy's not even an adult. He's out there kicking ass. I think he's going to be bad news moving forward. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
just
it's,
imagine when he's an adult, how good of a driver he's going to be.
And I don't know if their end goal is to get into Monster Jam and run on that circuit. But right now, I don't know. They're already out there kicking ass and taking names, being in the final round of racing on a malicious tour. Spence.
Are we not going to talk about that? This kid doesn't even have a driver's license yet. Like, I'd
That's
be more
what-
terrified. I'd be more terrified, Lee, when you have to insure Shane as a new driver on the road. Best of luck to you, buddy.
I'm just saying, you're going
Yeah.
to see this boy going out here in the high school parking lot, you know, thinking that he's in his monster truck trying to catch slap wheelies off of speed bumps. You know what I mean? He's going to be bad news in the future.
You're telling me you didn't do that in high school?
Of course.
'Cause I sure as hell did. I sure as hell
course.
did in my V6 Ford F-150.
Absolutely. Yeah, your V6? I was going to say I had an inline 6, 92 F-150.
Yeah, 2003. 2003 regular cab, flare side, 4-wheel drive. It looked like a Lightning, but 4-wheel drive and no V8 or supercharger. But I loved it. What about you, Coop? What was your first car when you first started driving?
Like a 1994 white Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah, boy.
It was amazing. The shots were
you were
blown
straight.
out.
Dude, you're straight
Yeah,
Daisy Duking it back in high school.
I could feel every bump in the road. So the speed bumps I really stayed away from because it hurt a lot.
But it's a Jeep. You're supposed to hit them.
Not when the shocks are blown out. They were all blown out. It was awful. Eventually, the transmission went because my sister decided to try to teach people how to drive. It was a stick shift. So she tried to teach people how to drive stick shift and tore that clutch up. So it became non-drivable. So I had to get a different vehicle, which turned into a truck. And then I hit a mailbox, and the rest is history.
Steve Lashinsky's still in the comment section talking some trash. Come on, man. Give me a break,
saying?
Steve. Get off my back.
Jeez. Well, I just had some breaking news come in, I guess. My mother is watching, and she's wondering, why do I look like an Oompa Loompa? Why are you so orange?
Oh, come
Got him.
on.
I don't think you look
I don't
orange.
You look beautiful, man.
That's what I was saying. Like, everything actually looks good for once.
You look more high definition of Luke Combs.
I don't
Whoa.
That helps it a little bit more than a
Now, fellas, we got one more show to recap out there. And how'd you pronounce it last
What
weekend,
did you
Spence?
say? Out there?
He was like,
I don't know. What?
He doesn't know what show you're talking
And
about.
Hold on.
Albuquerque.
Oh, hold on. I'll go back and look at the messages. I'll give this a shot. Give me 1 second.
I like Todd's comment. I used to drive my feet.
Oh, I used to drive my feet.
Albuquerque. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Got
There
it
you
first
go.
try.
10 out of 10.
I'm not that dumb, guys. Come on.
It's not that. When
Yeah, I
you said
love-
it last week,
It
man.
was when you were trying to say it for the first time.
It was
didn't
like
come out.
you were
Good.
sounding like the Pink Panther when he tried to pronounce hamburger. He was like hamburger.
Hamburger.
Like hamburger.
Oh,
We had another
my
show
gosh.
out there in Albuquerque, and the action was nonstop. Harley, you can go ahead and get the video rolling. There's some highlights in here, y'all. Monster Jam Lord always bringing the nice.
This is footage from show 2 and show 3
Gotcha.
from the weekend.
Okay, let's go, David. Which I believe he won that race, did he not?
Yeah, David won racing for show 2 and for the show today as well, for the 4th show.
Oh boy, David.
There you go. Absolutely. Hell yeah, David. Good on you, man.
Team
I
Throttle
see that
Monster.
all the. Is it hot over there in New Mexico? Because if you saw where the El Toro Loco had a bad weekend, good lord,
It's looking rough, man.
looking a little rough. But no, I saw the industrial fans by the stadium entrance, so I'm like, it must be a hot show.
It might be. Who knows? But this boy right here, Tyler Meninga, man, just not slowing down. Just driving that truck into the ground. He just makes it hard to win against.
He really does. But in all honesty, I'm excited to see what he's capable of doing in stadiums next year. I think he's going to be a force to reckon with.
Tyler won 3 out of 4 events this weekend, overalls.
Jeez.
So.
That's not bad.
It's pretty hard to beat.
And, I mean, obviously, we see Elvis returning to El Toro. You see him right there behind Tyler right now, just trying to drive that truck El Toro into the ground, and you'll see some clips here in a minute. Elvis is doing everything he can to beat him, and I think he actually does in this race, doesn't he,
This
Harley?
is the race, that he won. He won racing for show 2. Nope, show 1.
This
and
year,
show 3.
This year has been great for Elvis Lainez. He's been driving the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior truck, additional to obviously Bryce Kenny's Mohawk Warrior truck. But now he's back at Toro for this show. Boys just picked it up this year. He's really getting the hang of driving that monster truck, and you're going to see here in a few minutes or a few seconds probably just how hard he drove this truck just to try and get a win this weekend against Tyler Meninga. And obviously too tall. And Tristan England. There we go.
Oh, no. Holy crap.
In an
I'm
arena.
going to play this clip a couple times just so you can see it.
There you go. That's what I want to see. That's awesome. I mean, sorry on whoever the crew chief is, but that is awesome. That's what you want to see.
Apparently, there were some down bars that needed to be replaced. After that,
It's not worth it.
You say it's not worth it?
It's not worth it during the summer show. Wait until the triple threat or whatever the hell he's doing. But gosh, it's not worth it.
I gotta say, I really like the bed sides. I'm guessing they ran out of tailgates, but I like that the bed sides were kind of like boated in the back. That was actually kind of cool.
It's so easy to do that, Coop. You know, getting the truck back out on the track that's got the bed sides on it. You know, it's not an SUV or whatever. It's so easy to do that and get the truck back out there. And honestly, if we start designing trucks like that, kind of like the Brodozer or kind of like Black Pearl started doing that with the bed sides, a lot less body damage. I mean, unless you have a really intense rollover, but
oh, for sure,
much easier way.
Well, I mean, that's one less thing of fiberglass you have to worry about. But I also love that there's literally one horn, and it looked like it was wedged in the cage. If you look closer.
Well, it's the way to do it. You do zap screw it or you zip tie.
I mean, the identity of El Toro is what, boys? We all know this. It's the horns.
It's the horns. It's the smoke. I mean, I feel like there's got to be a better way to make the horns instead of making them so hollow that when you roll over, they just explode.
Well, they're plastic now. I think they're plastic.
Plastic?
Yeah.
I think they are.
Yeah, they're plastic. They're not fiberglass no more. So now that they're plastic, it makes it way easier to put them on. So what most people were doing were like 3 body mounts. Whenever it finally came back to my trailer, I put like 2 mounts, one on the bottom side. Then I got a 1/2-inch body bolt that I put on the roof and the horn, so it was extra connected, and then about 2 zap screws. So plastic helps a lot more than I prefer them over the fiberglass horns.
Okay.
I got you. Because they started doing that with like a lot of things. Because is it the same material with that new like plastic composite that's on the Gravedigger hoods now? It's no longer fiberglass.
Yes.
It just likes to bend.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Digger hoods and Max D hoods.
I feel like they need to make that more universal in some trucks. I mean, I get it; it's expensive, but they seem to hold up a lot better than just casual fiberglass.
For sure. For sure.
Now, let's talk about something real quick. We meant to talk about this on Wheels Up Wednesday last week, and I'm pretty sure we forgot it, or if we talked about it, it was just briefly. We didn't get into detail. But this segment of the Sunday show is brought to you by the throttleoutshow.com. Make sure you go there and you get you a nice new hoodie. Go out there repping the Throttle Out Show. You can get it a couple different colors if you like. Get you some beanies. Stay warm out there. Y'all, stay warm this fall. I know that some of us, blue-collar community out there working construction or mechanicking, stay warm.
Mechanicking?
Yeah.
Did you just make that up on
doing
the
some
spot?
wrenching.
Mechanicking.
Doing some wrenching
and all
on
you delivery
trucks.
drivers out there, too.
So, topic I wanted to discuss last week, Harley, and you actually brought this up, and you can kind of take this conversation if you really want to.
You wanted to bring it up tonight, so you take the lead on it.
I will. I'm just saying, you probably know a little bit more than what I do.
Okay.
Rumor has it. I don't even know if this is a rumor at this point. I think this is actual fact.
I think it's fact now.
Which is what?
That NBC Sports Network is going to be shut down December 1st of this year. So, obviously Universal owns it. They also own USA Network, So if Monster Jam decides to renew their contract for next year, it will be shown on USA Network, not NBCSN next year. But that's if they renew a contract. It's not renewed yet.
Now, first thought when I hear this, if the contract is renewed, okay, they're obviously not going to be back on NBC Sports, but they're going to USA.
USA Network.
This could be a huge blessing in disguise for Monster Jam being on the exact same network as Monday Night Raw. Are you kidding me? This could be huge for Monster Jam. Thoughts, boys?
I mean, I'd rather watch Monster Jam than the way WWE's going as of lately. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
Facts.
I'd love to see it. But then again, if they had TNT with AEW and Monster Jam, it'd be kind of like back in the 90s where I think it was on Motor Madness, so TNN, so where back when you had monster trucks and wrestling both back to back. I mean, I'd love to see that too. But regardless, you know, having some other form of entertainment that's not, you know, wrestling, also being monster trucks, I can see it helping out the industry quite a bit. So I'd like to see it, in all honesty.
Coop, thoughts?
100% smart move if they do it. There's a lot more better TV networks on USA than I ever thought was on NBC. So there's more to where random people could stumble upon it. Like they just know the show, then Monster Jam's on. Like, oh, what is this? I'm gonna watch it though, and then boom, you got a new fan. So
I'm just
I think it's pretty
saying,
smart.
with the way they would be able to actually network with each other, okay, Monster Jam and WWE. So many people watch Monday Night Raw, okay? The shows might suck now, okay? But don't get me wrong. So many people still watch and are a part of that. You get a Monster Jam commercial on Monday nights as wrestling's going on, that's huge.
I like this comment. As long as it doesn't take 5 weeks for an episode to come out.
Yeah, that has really been Monster Jam's biggest downfall when it comes to any kind of, like, putting stuff out on TV. It feels like, you know, you already know about the results from this show, and it takes forever for it to come out on TV. And it's like there's enough YouTube videos and clips from fans that you already know what happens.
So we're kind of going into, I don't know, I like where this is going. It's like the Monster Jam World Finals at one point was an actual pay-per-view. Okay, then I think Fox Sports came in the picture, and then it was no longer a live event. Everybody knew the results before it ever aired on Fox Sports, which was stupid. The exact same programming carried on in NBC Sports Network. It's like, come on. Give the option for people to watch it live, right? People are watching live streams off of Facebook. It'd be really easy for them to do some type of live stream, some type of pay-per-view event that people could live stream even on their computers or their smartphones.
Well,
if they
Monster Jam
wanted to.
Daily said, I've heard that Scott Jordan has been pushing live shows. So maybe we'll get live shows in the future.
That's a great idea,
Yes,
to be honest.
Absolutely. Honestly, I mean, I'd love to see, even if it was just like live shows over the internet and have everybody commenting like, "Let's go Gravedigger, let's go Tom Meents, let's go Brandon," you know, just something.
Yes.
Hey.
I mean, still, it's having that extra fan. It's like Monster Jam always likes to push the fan interaction, which we understand with fan judging. But you know, when you want to be seen more as a legitimate form of competition, there needs to be a new. Honestly, I think judging as a whole needs to go away. There needs to be a specific way to score points in freestyle. How they want to go about doing that, I have no idea. But I feel like that would make it a lot more of a fair competition. So that way, whoever's going out first for freestyle, they're like, well, I'm not going to win freestyle because I'm first. You know, they save the better trucks for last. So I just think it should go that way. However, regardless, I think seeing this move to go to a different network, you know, joining with WWE, I think this would be a great move. I think it would be absolutely amazing. But yes, having live shows would bring more fan interaction into the community, into the fan base, and I think they definitely need to push for that.
It needs to be live, man. They need to get back to doing live shows. They're like, no, it needs to be more like a show. You know, like going in and turn on the TV and everything just flows so perfect. Like, look, there's gonna be hiccups and everything. All right. You can't tell me that when you watch a live NHRA drag race that there isn't, you know, wrecks that happen or there's stuff that, you know, cars aren't able to make it to the starting line, you know, at the, you know, certain time they're supposed to. You know, don't give us all that. There's that shit's gonna happen. That's why you have your sponsors. That's why you have commercials. That's why you have guys who can talk, gals who can talk. Do more interviews with your crew guys, more interviews, you know, backstage, showing the fans what's going on behind the scenes. Let that baby run naturally. Let that flow naturally. Stop getting away from the stupid Hollywood type, reality type TV show, whatever it is that they're going for. Get back to just good old monster trucking, mechanicking, Harley. That word you like so much.
Mechanicking.
Mechanicking.
Anakin Skywalker. No, I think one thing I would love to see, because you see this with other forms of motorsports that are live as well, like NASCAR, is you see like the pit crews and like they talk to them. I would love to see unfiltered interviews with the mechanics during a live. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Say it won't make it.
Never make it.
Why?
It's too raunchy. No. If there's a camera, it gets PG'd. If there's no camera and they hide a mic, we're in trouble. Or they're in trouble. I'm
That
not
makes
there
it
no
more
more.
entertaining, though.
Oh, 100%
Yeah, it really
entertaining.
does.
If it's a pay-per-view, perfect. But I don't know. I don't know about it. They get so mad.
So
This is a
let's
disaster.
talk about something else that's going to be happening, I guess, within the next week now, which is Monster Jam's award ceremonies. Harley, that's what, next Saturday, the 13th? Is that right?
Yes. During the
What?
pre-show thing they do, like in the middle of the day.
So
The
I
pre-show's
guess
next
now is the time to announce that we, on the Throttle Out show, will be having our own award ceremony. Y'all guess the date? It'll be the next day, the next night, November 14th. Sunday.
So a week from today.
Will be a live streamed episode just as normal at the exact same time, 7:30 p.m.
We'll
Central
be dressed
time.
up nice, like we're at an awards ceremony.
Yes,
so.
and it will
Shit.
be awesome. And it will be legit. It will be real because we will actually be doing real fan voting, okay? And we are not, how do I say this, prettying up the stats and making sure we get the person that wants to win to actually win these titles. No, it's going to be legit. You're going to be able to go to our website and vote. The real results will be posted next Sunday night. Harley, you can tell everybody a little bit more about that. People will be able to vote when? Probably Tuesday? Is that right, you think?
Yeah, probably Tuesday through Saturday at midnight. It's probably when we're going to have the voting open.
Yeah. It's going to
Now,
be
is
awesome.
this still like all Monster Jam, or are we going through different tours as well, like for Biggest Air, Best Freestyles, so on? and
We're
so
going to be doing basically Monster Jam stuff and Independence. And honestly, most of these categories, most of the titles anyways, they can kind of be intertwined, but some of the stuff will be separated, Independence and, Monster Jam's league, basically.
Okay, good, because I'm just saying, seeing some of the stuff that we've seen, like, Tim Jones and Twisted Addiction, we've seen what Jeremy Beck and Dirt Crew has done, and some of the Bigfoot guys, there's a lot of big moments that have happened in the independent scene that definitely need to be recognized.
Yeah, when we hop live off the air tonight, that's going to be like, our post-show discussion. We'll be getting all the stuff amped up and all the categories broken down, all the nominees labeled. And then next Sunday night, be ready. This will be the realest Monster Truck Award ceremony, at least live streamed anyways, that you've ever witnessed. And it's going to be awesome. So, with that being said, though, I got to talk about this because this doesn't make any damn sense to me. Cooper,
Okay.
were you at the New Orleans show this past year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you by chance remember who won all of the elements at that show?
No.
Straight up, no.
All right.
Because we got to work there, so right after the show, we parked the trucks and went and drank the rest of the night. So I don't remember.
Well, okay. Thanks for nothing then. But
Tried.
Spence, do you remember who won every single element at that show?
If I had to guess, it was definitely an Anderson.
Yeah, to my knowledge,
If I had to guess, probably Ryan.
Oh, it was.
I think that was the
ah.
very first show back with Son of a Digger, right, in a stadium.
Yeah, he won every single element, if I'm not mistaken.
Ryan won every element.
Yeah, yeah. It was Son of a Digger's first stadium show back. Remember, he did the weird little rinky-dink Staples
He did
Center
the Staples
show.
Center, and then New Orleans after that.
Then New Orleans was his first stadium show. To my knowledge, I think it was. I think.
I'm sure people in the comments will probably call us out if we're
But
wrong.
anyway, kind of backtracking a little bit, Tweety, you're kind of getting a little off script here. Why is that event so important? Like, yeah,
That-
Ryan won everything.
This is what's interesting to me is because they have Adam Anderson,
Adam, okay, there you go.
Adam Anderson and Gravedigger, his freestyle from that event listed as one of the nominees as Freestyle of the Year. How is that possible if he didn't even win that freestyle?
Are you saying maybe he should have won freestyle?
I don't know.
Fan
I mean,
judging.
is that a glitch in the system where Monster Jam was just putting nominees together? They didn't know what they were doing. Like, oh yeah,
Well,
Adam had
is
a
it
great run.
a requirement to be nominated for freestyle of the year that you win freestyle of that event?
Why would it be any other like?
I
How
don't
was
know.
Ryan
should.
not? I don't know. Y'all Spence, Scoop. Y'all tell me what you think about that. I think this is really interesting.
Oh, Cooper just said it. Like he said, fan judging. I mean, yeah, it's all fan judging.
Yes. None of the nominees. I don't remember any of the freestyles, so I think it's kind of hard. Is it Monster Jam that already votes on it, or is it the people?
It's
I don't know, that's
supposedly
not
the
super
people.
clear.
Supposedly the people.
So
but
that
Monster
part
Jam gets
doesn't
to
make any
choose.
sense.
Yeah,
Because
like
it's
Monster
like,
Jam gets
who-
to choose the runs.
Yeah, who watched that? Who actually went out of their way to be like, oh, there's a video posted of Max D's freestyling Kansas City. I'm going to watch that one. Nah. And then I'm going to vote on that. Where is the polls? I didn't see a poll. What is this? The elections?
I mean, that's kind of where I'm getting at with this. And like to me, it's like okay, and maybe Adam had a great freestyle, okay, and obviously they put him up for nominees, so it's like he must have had a good freestyle, right? But he didn't even win that one. So I mean, is Monster Jam trying to say that maybe Adam should have won that freestyle
I
if it weren't for
assumed
fan
it was
judging?
just Monster Jam and Failed that's making up these nominees, and
Yeah.
obviously they're picking the winners
I
because there's
saw-
nothing for fans, to interact with it.
I saw when Monster Jam posted that Adam was a nominee for that category. Literally, Ryan Anderson commented on that post and said, and I quote, harsh. Somebody's not too happy about that.
I mean, do you blame him? I mean, there's another one that's listed, and I don't want to, take anything back from him because he is an independent, and I've been a longtime fan. But Jim Kohler has a run that was listed on there, and that run didn't win at that event either. And I believe it was Houston.
You're exactly right. Okay, my point, and that freestyle run, don't get me wrong, like the clip that they show from his freestyle run, it is bonkers. But that's still within like the first 30 to 45 seconds of the run. Like that happened early on in his freestyle. And the rest of his freestyle, he couldn't do much because he was broke. And it was like, who's picking these categories? Because there have been great freestyles this year. I mean,
Yeah, it
we
seems
will
like
talk
they're
about great
choosing, like-
freestyles. Let's talk about how Arlington, Texas, how come nobody from the Arlington, Texas event is even a nominee for that show, Harley? Because that show was off the wall. That entire freestyle. I mean, it just did not
I wonder
stop.
if like they already had these nominees like way before the Arlington show we went to. Like maybe there's a cutoff date.
think
and
it's
they're like,
true.
we already had these nominees already set in place.
Cooper's whispering something to us
before all
right
this
now. What
stuff
are you trying to
happened.
say, Coop?
What are you trying to say, Coop?
I think it was
That's wrong.
true. I think it was already predicted because I was not in a discussion forum, but I overheard one about it. They already had this one category already made, and it's like we still have like 4 shows left.
Yeah.
Where did you get these numbers? Or who? Where? I think they already had a meeting. I would say a month ago.
I mean, I can show you where they got their
Well,
numbers from. but this is a family show.
hold on, Spence. Hold on. I want Coop to talk a little bit more about this. Coop.
What?
You're not under the Monster Jam radar anymore.
I know.
You
but
can
literally,
talk now, okay? Let's talk about some of the stuff that you heard, all right? This conversation that you're trying to reel us into. What all did you really
we just
hear?
got a dislike on
I
this
didn't-
live stream.
the only thing that I really heard was that there already was a award ceremony meeting that was like 4 hours long, if anything.
Whoa.
That's like the only thing that I was talked to about. I won't say who said it, but it was at a bar when we were just talking about it. That's like the only thing, so that's what makes me think it was already decided so long ago.
It's funny. We get into the nitty gritty of this conversation, and we're already getting dislikes on this live stream.
Yeah, we already got 2 dislikes.
Why?
in
It's
Under
awesome.
a minute.
Keep it
Why?
coming.
Because we're calling out Monster Jam on their stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, someone made a comment. It's like, you made it when you have haters. Like, we don't care if you don't like what we're talking about. We just like to give you guys the truth. That's all. And some speculations, because, rumors are fun.
Yeah.
Whose mind am I
But
checking?
I kind of wanted to talk. I actually made a comment to Tweety Cooper about you not being as open last episode, and I made the comment to Tweety. I said I feel like I feel like Cooper's boogeyman is Tom Mintz, and he's just waiting for him to just burst through and grab him if he says anything.
Yeah, it's in the comments. Call him my name. This is scary. He's already watching.
Coop.
Exactly. That's all I
Don't
hear
you do
every
it.
morning. Who's Bubba K?
I don't know.
What am I
don't
changing his
know.
mind of?
Yeah, I saw that comment. Said change my mind at Coop. I
Let
don't
me
know what that
Oh,
means.
it's Loud Earth Crowder. I got it.
Oh.
That went over my head.
Todd LeDuc says, "Damn Feldbots." Yeah, we've had that comment a few times already.
Yeah.
Todd, I got a chain. It's an inside joke. We're chain gang, but I got a chain now.
Nobody else is gonna get that.
It's not
Can we
here.
get, Cooper, can we get you like a straight up like Flavor of Love like giant chain to wear on the show that just is like a giant bling that says the Throttle Out Show?
Flavor of
Like
love.
Yeah.
literally about two. Hell yeah. All right.
If
Well,
you pay
Tweety,
for
utilize the bank account. We need to send it over to Cooper.
There you go. There you go. Start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
We'll make that happen.
Oh my god.
I mean, we
There's
gotta we gotta do something.
you go.
Y'all in the comment section, y'all who are watching tonight. I mean, that's why we have the merch store. That's why we're trying to keep things rolling, so we can change some technical side of things. We give you better quality content.
See, look, we have better quality background now.
We're making stuff happen when y'all go to our store and you buy stuff. I didn't want to start a Patreon account. I don't want to have some type of fundraiser event. I don't. If y'all want to do that, I guess we can do something like that. But that's why we have the merch store. So if y'all want to, start sending us
Support us.
donations or have a GoFundMe or something. I mean, I guess we can, but I mean, that's why y'all get a piece of merch. Take something with
Oh,
you.
we mentioned GoFundMe, and then someone gave us a dislike.
Oh, no.
Dang.
The hatred.
The haters.
So I just have a question. Harley, are you wearing the orange shirt because you haven't been able to get yourself a Throttle Burger shirt yet?
No, definitely not. The only reason I'm wearing this is because I'm cold. That's it. This was the easiest sweatshirt
Texas.
to get to. It
How
is
cold is
Texas,
it down
but
there
it's
in
cold
Texas?
here. It's cold season now, and I hate it.
Please
I
tell
love it.
me and Cooper how cold it is down there.
I don't even know
Please.
how cold is it outside.
They get snow there.
Yeah, we get snow.
Yeah, okay, hold on. That was a rarity, though. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. It is currently 61 degrees.
Oh, you poor babies.
Let's see what mine
Coop.
is.
We are currently rocking at about a 46 degrees right now. in
Oh,
Michigan.
that's
yeah.
terrible. Oh,
That's not
Awesome.
bad at all. That's not bad at all.
We have 50. 50
50.
going down to 45. Nope, 43. Nope. Yeah, 43. Heading down.
Pick a number, Coop. Pick a number,
It's
Coop.
43.
Oh man, yeah, it's cold season now. We were kind of talking about how we're running into the end of the year and how there's not really very many monster truck shows that are going to be popping out for not a lot for us to cover. So I kind of wanted to bring this up because I personally have a really good relationship with all the devs and all those awesome dudes over there at Beam Monsters. They just started tonight their season 2 of the Beam Monsters tour. It's 16 trucks, I believe it's 3 months long. They actually invited me to be a part of it, and I went in for racing, and I got my butt kicked in round 1. But I crashed at the end, so at least it looked cool.
Hey, remember when
There's
not
actually-
Throttle Out, Spence?
Okay, so funny you mentioned that. It seems like half the field in this series is running our Throttle Out flags. So
Hell yeah.
if you guys want to check out this tour, please go over to Beam Monsters on their YouTube channel and check them out and follow them for all future videos because these guys are working their butts off. The tour is a lot of fun. It has a lot of great people, and there's going to be a lot of carnage. So I don't know. Maybe I might be able to bring it, but probably not.
Hey, I want to kind of put something out there in the universe. I'm going to leave y'all hanging. Okay? I'm going to leave y'all speculating on what I could possibly be talking about. So the Monster Truck Hall of Fame is this next weekend coming up. Or that's what I was told anyways, right, Spence? Isn't that right? This next Saturday or Friday, Saturday?
It's literally this next Saturday. Like, I had Richie Kaiser message me before the show asking if we were going to be making an appearance, and unfortunately, we missed the deadline to buy
Yes.
tickets, and it's sold out.
Yeah, correct.
Oops.
So, let's just say, due to the meeting of the Hall of Fame, everything being circled in Indiana, let's just say, aside from the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame is bringing people together, but aside from that, but because of the Hall of Fame, there will be another special secret meeting taking place between some team owners, and some interesting conversation will be held. I've probably already said way too much, but
I
let's
still
just
No,
say
keep
no
going.
idea what you're talking about.
the Throttle Out show will be the first to bring you the news when this historical meeting concludes. And it may not be this next week. It may not be. I don't know. But you will hear it first. And I will be so excited to talk about this. It's killing me right now. I feel like I've said too much, but you will hear it here first on the Throttle Out show.
All right, you know what? Anyway, so the news is Cooper's getting a tramp stamp tattoo above
Yeah.
the lower back of the Throttle Out Show logo. So there you go.
Let's go.
Welcome to the team, Cooper. It's time for some initiating.
What are y'all at? You're at 400 subs, about to be 500. Yeah, if y'all
Almost
get 1,000
500.
subs by the end of the year, I'll get it. Throttle Out tattoo.
Wait, what? Oh man,
It's
that's a
up
tall
there.
order. We got like less than a month and a half to 2,000.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It is.
It
is.
is very possible.
If
Just-
people
you guys
would
gotta
start
like the
spreading the
news.
word, buy some Throttle Out bumper stickers on the throttleoutshow.com, get the brand out there, start advertising a little bit more. Maybe if we hit 1,000 subs, I'll just go ahead and break the news to y'all anyways, is what I'm talking about before these guys even spill the beans. I'm just saying. You'll hear it here on the Throttle Out show first. It's killing me, and I'll talk about it right now.
Well, we got a little bit, like almost a little over 15 minutes left. And Coop, since you're basically a new member of the show, we kind of want to bring an old segment back called Story Time.
Yeah.
And just kind of give you the floor to talk about any of your favorite moments, favorite cities, worst moments, scary moments, whatever moments you may have from touring with Monster Jam. If you have any that you'd like to share. Because don't worry, Tom isn't behind you. You're not going to be captured. We'll protect you here on the Throttle Out show. But we just kind of want to give you the floor and just talk about one of your greatest or worst, whatever experiences with the company.
The one that comes to mind first, with Tweety. I was with Tweety. It was in Florida. We just got done with, what was it, the summit? It was a big summit meeting that we have every year. And that was the year I was supposed to get yelled at because I was almost ran over by a truck for not being smart. It was awesome. Brand new Gen 3s to grab my headset off my radio. Or off my head. So we're down at the summit, and that night it was they had nacho fries at Taco Bell, and we're like, hey, let's go get some nacho fries. And they were gone. Like, it was at that time nacho fries were gone. So of course I was upset. So we just got done. We made a video about the nacho fries being gone. I cried in a shower. It was awesome. And then we proceeded to drink. It was me, Lexi, Steve, Tweety, and like two other guys.
Stancil.
Hansel. I forgot about Hansel.
Hansel. What? I said Stancil.
Stancil. I thought it was Hansel. You know.
Stancil, and I think Kevin Short's the motor guy.
Yes. So we decided to walk to McDonald's. And when we got there, apparently we decided to get over 20 hamburgers from McDonald's. So we were like, oh, that's a good idea. We all get something to eat. By the time we got back, half the sandwiches were devoured. All the alcohol was drank. And at this point, it was about 4 hours in. And Tweety and Lexi are like, Tweety's at the foot of the bed, Lexi's by the pillows, and they're like passed out. And for some reason, I decided to start piling anything I could on top of them. So where it took me a year to figure out that I was the one that picked up this computer chair and just threw it into Lexi's back. She didn't wake up from it, which I thought was more funny. But I had the ice cube holder, in the closet where they have the spare blankets. I grabbed the bag only, left the blankets in the closet, the bag, threw it onto Alexi, threw shoes, the ottomans at Tweety, piled everything on top of them, and apparently I was trying to take the TV off the wall, which was mounted. There it is. That is a beer bong. I don't know if you know what a beer bong is, but it's the worst invention ever.
What
Yeah,
in
there's
the
all the-
hell? Cooper,
Gosh.
the poor room service lady that's going to come in and clean all this.
Bro, so many
Were you
hamburger,
really asleep? the whole
French
time?
fries,
Asleep?
every.
Were you awake?
I think I was awake. No, I really think I was awake, and I didn't care.
You just don't remember any of it.
No, I just don't think I cared because I was so drunk.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, Coop
I'm
at
not gonna
one point,
lie.
I
love this.
watched Coop throw up at one point and then come back to drinking with us.
You know, it's just one of them nights. So it was sad because the nacho fries were gone.
I mean, let's just say if we ever want, all the times we thought about growing up, becoming rock stars and trashing hotel rooms, we lived a dream out that night of ours, which was trashing a hotel room. It was awesome. We played beer pong on the the folding ironing table.
board.
You remember that?
Yes, we used the glass tray out of the microwave because at the ironing board where it has that point, you can't stack cups on that.
Oh my gosh.
So we had it balanced there with all the cups stacked.
You know what
It was
I remember
perfect.
about that night, Coop? It was
What you
so damn hot in that hotel room, man.
Bro, it was awful. Lexi and Stancil were pillow fighting
Yeah.
for some reason. In that photo, that tube is a beer bong. Is it a beer bong? No, it's not a. Yeah, no, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was
For,
weird.
for PG purposes, we're gonna say it's a beer bong. Okay, and just move on
So-
from there.
So you fill it with alcohol, and the one end that shoots in, you put it against a wall. So you're holding it like this against your mouth, and you push in, and it just shoots it down your throat. It all looked bad, but I did it once. I hated it. The only person who used that night, I believe, was Lexi because she bought it, and I believe the O-ring broke in it, so
It was leaking.
alcohol went everywhere.
I think we need a demonstration on another episode of the show. I think
Yeah.
Cooper should.
I'll see if she
demonstrate
has
for us.
it. I'll see if she has it, and I'll film it for you guys. That way it could be on the show.
But
next week.
you want to know the silver lining in that entire story, okay? Is because y'all had to leave super early. It was like 4 in the morning, I think, to get back to the airport in Tampa.
Oh
fly
my
back
god!
to Chicago.
I forgot that was about to
So
get fly
I
day.
left whenever y'all had left. And obviously, I'm still, drunk, AF, having to drive 30 minutes back up to where I lived. And so I went back home. I made it home safely. Didn't get arrested. Didn't drive off the road. No, I was fine. Probably should have been driving. My bad. Should have called an Uber. But I get home and I sleep a little bit. Not gonna lie, because I got home super early in the morning, so I probably slept till 11 o'clock, noon. And I was still feeling it whenever I woke up. Still like had a buzz going on. I was fine. I really wasn't hungover, but I was feeling good. But that night is when they had Halloween party at BJ and Lindsay's house, which is whenever I met this darling over here.
First
That-
time we met each other.
First time I met her, I was already hungover and on my way to being drunk again
Yeah.
that very night. So there we go. There's a story how Harley and I met. Love you, babe.
You being drunk 2 days in a row.
Wait, hold on. So this
beautiful.
was a Halloween party, right? This was a Halloween
Yes.
party that you guys met at?
Yes.
Yeah.
What were you guys dressed as?
I was Harley Quinn, and he was dressed as his father. So, yeah.
Wait. You were dressed as Hot Rod for a Halloween party?
Oh, I
Why?
had an awesome 90s themed retro shirt. Bigfoot 8 on it, repping the American flag.
With a
I
bunch
had
of holes in it.
a bunch of holes on it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It is an old ass shirt. Was wearing that, some blue jean shorts, some white tube socks, and a Ford hat. And there's a picture of me, posted up on BJ's lawnmower, holding a beer in my hand. I was my father for Halloween the year that I met my future wife.
Yo,
Yeah.
since we're sharing, the worst thing to ever happen during a show was when I was with Neil, and I think it was practice. We did a practice, and the steering pump not steering pump, the shoot, I can't even think what it's called, where it holds the steering fluid. That piece.
The reservoir.
The
Yeah,
reservoir.
a hole got poked into it. Like it
Ooh.
built up so much pressure, so it broke, and we welded it. Right. I forgot to fill it.
Oh!
It made it through intros and one round of racing
Bro.
until the second round. He was turning and he couldn't at all anymore, so he had to like muscle it and like give it a bunch of throttle. And he was like, "There's no steering," and I'm like, "Oh my God, did I feel it?" And the one thing I will never forget what he told me after I told him what happened. He goes, bears eat their young, so just remember that. And at that moment, I'm like, I'm so dead right now. So it took a lot to earn the respect.
Coop, I'm going to
Fair
say
enough.
you got some people down in the comments watching Anthony Twan watching tonight, just saying, man, he's going to miss you. I know there's a lot of people that are going to miss you, Coop, and it is so nice to actually have you on the show with us now. You're able to finally open up, tell all tonight. We're not, I don't even say we're scratching the surface, just a nice little sample of what's to come with Coop and his crazy-ass stories and all the stuff that he's been dying to talk about for years now. Coop, I mean, tonight's just your initiation night, my brother.
No, I'm 100% game. I saw a MJ trailer at the training track, so some shit's happening, I think. I don't know yet.
No, you do know. You're just not going to say right now.
We
Yeah, 'cause that's
we can
some shit
literally
that's
send
kinda-
Cooper down the road.
No, that's some shit to, like, if I was to say what's happening, that's kind of shitty. I actually don't know what's going on. I'll fly my drone over maybe. And then
I
get
mean,
shot down,
let's
probably.
just say, well, back in the day,
Back in
earlier
the
on
day,
this
oh my
year,
gosh.
and even like a month ago, when I would say inside the scoop, inside source, it was this guy over here. It was our inside scoop, giving us the down low, all the juicy details on everything.
I got
Oh,
you.
shoot. We need another
just
one
didn't-
now.
I enjoyed commenting. Oh, I got some.
Oh, perfect. We're set then.
Yeah.
That's all that
I
matters.
know, you're perfect. You're perfectly fine. Especially one of them, I believe, will be on the tour with the Lucas Oil truck, or the
Oh.
stabilizer one.
Oh.
That really awful semi truck that doesn't know what's coming.
So, I don't know if we talked about this on the show, but I heard a rumor that they're kind of doing something weird with that chassis to where the door is supposed to open on that body. Kind of
Oh,
like,
like a digger
kinda like
truck?
a digger. Yeah.
Correct.
I'm not sure if it's going to be exactly a Gravedigger chassis, but I heard they're going to kind of combine like the standard CRD with like the digger cage in order to make the cab and everything fit. It'll be interesting to see, but I hope they get rid of those tanks after pit party because that's going to be an absolute nightmare to work around for like changing transmissions and whatnot.
Oh, no doubt. That's going to suck.
One-
And Twan, yes, we did talk about the Albuquerque show. Just make sure you go in your rewind after this episode is finally up on YouTube. You can see all the Albuquerque highlights. But we're kind of getting into Spence. We're kind of getting into a nice little topic that's more Wheels Up Wednesday. But since we're already
Yeah.
here, we're in the heat of the moment. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about it anyways. Harley, you saw something interesting on the Monster Jam website today concerning our boy Todd LeDuc. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you
Oh
saw?
yeah, I saw that Monster Jam's kind of updating their, driver pictures and the trucks behind them, and then you go and look at Todd LeDuc and Cody. There's no Monster Energy truck there anymore. It just says their name and it says Truck TBA. There's not even like a green picture. There's not them in their fire suit. There's just nothing there anymore. So that leads me to believe that this deal is not going through with Monster Energy. If I had
Is
to
Monster
assume.
Energy really going to drop out near year 9? Boy.
Could you imagine Todd the Duke driving a Whiplash?
Well, Coop,
I think it would be perfect.
I wanted to ask you this personally, okay? And you already know where I'm going to go with this, but
Maybe.
we've seen Todd already drive the stunt truck, okay?
Yes.
We know he's capable of driving a front engine truck, at least for stunts. We know that
Yes.
Colton Eigelberger is not coming back this year, who was supposed to be on stadiums driving a front engine truck. Is it possible we could see Todd LeDuc in a Max D front engine chassis come first quarter if Monster Energy does not resign?
Oh,
Probably not, because there is only one front engine truck left, besides
Really?
the stunt truck. Yeah, the one. So Tom's old one became the new stunt truck, and Neil's truck became Tom's truck. So at this point, it would just be a regular company truck. But
I don't know.
I could see him driving a company one.
Me too, but Max D on a CRD just kind of looks weird.
Yeah.
I'm not
The
saying
body's
it's
not made
bad.
for it.
Yeah, it's just not made for it. I mean, honestly, could you imagine, since there's only one Monster Mutt, it's Chucky Pocket, could you imagine if they put Dalmatian with LeDuc?
Yes. That would be perfect. Any Scooby-Doo, maybe. I'd like to see him drive that one. Really, just any girl truck.
Or what if they brought back Blue Thunder and put him back in that one?
That's
like that.
true. Blue Thunder isn't on anything because that's always been like Matt Cody's identity for the company in arenas. And there's no Blue Thunder, so that would be a good choice. It's a regular F-150. It's a very common body, so I could see it. In all honesty, I mean, I've always liked Blue Thunder, especially when it was.
They'll definitely do something like that. They'll definitely bring out a Blue Thunder, some type of variation of Monster Mutt. I'm not even gonna lie, it may be even like an El Toro Loco too. I don't know. Just something out there for LeDuc and Cody to have seats in. And I will say this: our boy Taylor Andes on Facebook earlier today posted some variations of what he believes what the new U.S. Air Force Afterburner would look like, posted on Facebook in a couple different groups, maybe on his personal page. I'm not sure. But it looks awesome. You know, if Monster Jam was smart, they would get a hold of this guy. They would say, let's use this design. Let's run with it. But make sure you go check that out at Taylor Andy's Jam Customs Official. It's his Instagram handle. And see what he believes what the modernized version of the U.S. Air Force Afterburner would look like. Where both Todd and Cody could be driving. You know, they both come from the Monster Energy background. You know, the whole Damon Bradshaw, you know, they all kind of came in right around the same time. A Monster Jam. I mean, I could see that being a legit thing, which, I mean, U.S. Air Force is not like a sponsor of Monster Jam anymore, but, I mean, it would be really cool to see this concept come to life. But, I mean, if we're speaking in realistic terms, I honestly didn't think that Todd driving a Max D truck, whether it's front engine or not, would be too far of a stretch. I mean, they were wanting Max D's on stadiums, you know, just like they want Gravediggers everywhere. You know, those are the two most popular trucks, arguably, I guess I should say. I didn't think it's too far of a stretch to see Todd in a Max D chassis, but I mean, Cody being on arenas, he's on the East Coast tour now, which only has like 4 drivers anyways, and I don't think there's a Max D truck on that tour, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe that could happen.
They'd both look good in a Max D, not gonna lie. It would be perfect.
Word.
I prefer them in a Max D for sure. If Monster Energy doesn't sign, then I'd say the next one would be Max D because we need drivers.
Kind of backtracking a little bit with the whole Air Force thing, it would really be nice to see Monster Jam go back to signing with one of the fighting forces. Could you imagine if they had a partnership with the Marine Corps and they brought a drill sergeant in to train some of these new technicians coming in from UNOH?
Well, that would be intense. But, I mean, think about this. They're really trying to amp up Soldier Fortune right now, especially having Caleb Blood behind the wheel. Maybe that's what they're going for.
Is she in stadiums or arenas?
Absolutely. I think she's staying on arenas for next year.
I forgot already.
Who is?
Kayla.
She's in stadium,
Caleb
right?
She's going to stadiums,
She's in
y'all.
stadium.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. I was gonna say she belongs in a stadium. She belongs
100%.
in a stadium.
Which, it's weird because her husband, Blake Granger's coming back and he's going to be in arenas.
Yeah.
Also, from what we see, he's rocking a Max D. So that'll be interesting because it's anytime those two were touring, they always toured together.
That's too much time together, Spence. You got to separate. They want a vacation.
You spent too much time with Candace and Neil, didn't you?
No, not enough time actually. I miss them.
I wish
they're
they'd come
basically
back.
my on the road family.
Yeah, I wish they'd be back. Neil, just an ageless wonder when it comes to driving monster trucks. And obviously, Candace was still out there kicking ass and taking names. I mean, when it came to racing, I think those two definitely deserve to be back in monster trucks. I mean, we talked about this a long time ago now, but I say a long time, it's been a couple of weeks. But that rumor has that Neil Elliott is building his own truck. I don't know if that's true or not. We saw that he was building like a swamp buggy for somebody here recently, which is pretty badass. And maybe that's people thought he was building a monster truck. He was building the damn swamp buggy. I don't know. All I know is all of us here on the show, we work good as a team. All the crew guys this past week and all the way around the globe, literally not just around the U.S., but around the globe, working, busting your ass, taking names. This one's for you.
That's fucking teamwork.
There's our
Love all you
shout-out,
crew
Bob.
guys.
Blinky.
Love all you crew guys. Coop, thanks for joining us. Spence, thanks for being on, man. Your setup looks great. Y'all go to throttleoutshow.com. Buy some merch. Support us. We thank you. For those of y'all who haven't supported us, remember, when in doubt, throttle out. Peace out, y'all. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. See ya.